Hello students, myself Subrathma Nanda. Welcome to you, my YouTube channel SK Nanda Math Class. Today, I bring to you one new video. The chapter name is fraction. It is for standard 6 students. Okay? This video especially making for the standard 6 students. They send some request that sir please give us one chapter which we have some doubt. This is the fraction chapter. So now I am going to start chapter fraction. Okay, it is for the class 6. I don't want to spend more time here, so directly we'll come to the chapter. Chapter name is fraction. So first we have to know that what is fraction. Fraction मतलब क्या है? क्या fraction? Fraction क्या है? It means fraction means it is a part of a whole. If we take one circle and we divide it in two parts, then one part will be the half of the fraction. Okay? Half of the fraction means we written that 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2 means it is half of the fraction. I can give you one example. Suppose in one family there are two children, one brother and one sister. They need one pizza. They order one pizza. The pizza person come to the door and give the pizza or deliver the pizza. Okay? Then they have quarrel that no, I eat that your pizza. The sister telling that yes, I also eat that pizza. Now the mother come to them and they divide the pizza into equally two parts. Equally two parts they divide means they divide the pizza in half part, in 1 by 2 part, 1 by 2 or 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2 means that pizza what the delivery boy deliver in their home, that pizza divided into equally two parts. That equally two parts means it is the fraction. Now they introduce fraction there. It means your pizza one type of shape. Which shape? It is the circular shape. That circular shape is divided into two equal parts. Then these two equal parts, one part is known as your half of the pizza. Half of the pizza means half of the circle. Okay? Now I will go to the copy, then where I show you how you separate the figures and what is your fraction, and how to write the fraction and which part, what we told them, that all things we'll discuss there. So now we'll see fraction. Suppose here I will make one circle. Now it is a circle. Now this circle will divide into equal two parts. Equal two parts. We know that it is the center, and circle now it is divided into two parts. Means when I will set this part, then it is 1 by 2 or 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2. This one part, which part I shaded here, this part, the shaded portion is 1 upon 2 or half of the circle. It is half of the circle. Half of. Okay. The fraction. Fraction is a part of a whole. A fraction is a part of a whole. Okay? Fraction is a part of a whole. It means this circle is one part. This circle is one part. This one part, one part means what? It is a whole thing. One part means the whole thing. When we divide it into equally two parts, so this part is 1 upon 2 or half of the circle. In the same way, we can draw another figure here. suppose I will take one square, and I divide it in equal 4 parts. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This 4 part I divide it. Next, what I will do? Now I will shade in this part. This 2 part I will shade. It means a total whole number is divided into 4 parts. It is 4 parts. This total figure is divided into 4 parts. From this 4 part, I shaded here 2 parts. So I will say that it is 2 upon 4. I will say that 2 upon 4. 2 upon 4. 2 upon 4 part or 2 by 4 part of this figure is shaded. And also we can say this 2 part is unshaded, and unshaded portion also 2 by 4 part. Okay, so it is known as your fraction. Fraction means it is a part of a whole. In the other way we can say a fraction. What is called a fraction? Now, a number which is represent in the form of P by Q or P upon Q, where P and Q both are whole numbers. Both are whole numbers and Q is not equal to 0. So it is known as fraction. Okay, so what I written here? Now, a number which is represent in the form of P by Q, where P and Q both are whole numbers and Q is not equal to 0. It is known as fraction. So why we written here Q is not equal to 0? Why you will not written here P is not equal to 0? P and Q both numbers are there, but we mentioned that Q is not equal to 0. Why? We written here P and Q both are whole numbers. Both are whole numbers. We already know that what is whole number. Whole number means along with 0 all natural numbers are known as whole number. Along with 0 all natural numbers are known as whole numbers. It is the whole number set. It is the whole number set. Okay, so along with 0 all the natural numbers are known as whole number. When we written that P and Q both are in whole numbers, then why we written that Q is not equal to 0? For that I will have to first come below. It is P by Q. What do you mean by P here? P means P is the numerator and Q is known as the denominator. Okay, the P upon Q or P by Q, where written P is known as your numerator and Q is known as your denominator. And we know that the denominator will not be 0 at all. Why? What is the reason behind it? Because if we divide any number with 0, it has no value. Okay? Maybe you learned that one. If any number is divided by 0, it has no value. It means we cannot divide any number by 0. That's why we written that Q is not equal to 0, because Q here denominator. Denominator is Q. That's why we will not write Q as 0. We can write 0 by something. If P will be 0, it also one factor or one fraction. How? Now suppose I will write 0 by 2. 0 by 2 means it is 0. How? Now 2 into 0 equal to 0. When we multiply 2 with 0, then we will get 0. So it is a fraction. If I will write 3 by 0, 3 by 0, it is not a fraction. Because if we will multiply any number with 0, we will get 0. We will not get any time 3 as its result. So when we take 0 as in denominator, we will not get any type of a answer. So if we'll take denominator 0, it is non-defined. That's why we will not take 0 as the denominator. That's why we specify here that q is not equal to 0. I think you are I am clearing your doubt maybe. Okay, if you have any doubt, then you can comment in my YouTube channel. Okay, so see, first we separate it. First we return the fraction. What is a fraction? Fraction is a part of a whole. If we take it a whole number and how many part will separate it, means or shaded it, then we can write it as a fraction. Then what is fraction? A number which is represented in the form of p by q, where p and q both are whole numbers and q is not equal to 0, then it is known as your fraction. Okay. After that, now you know what is fraction, how we will show the fraction. Another figure I am showing you for your better understanding. Suppose I will make here one triangle. Okay. Then triangle, in between I draw another triangle, and in which way I divide this total triangle or whole triangle into how many parts? Now 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts. It means this big triangle now divided into 4 equal triangles. If we shade in this figure this part, then what is the fraction? The shaded portion, shaded part is your 1 by 4 or 1 upon 4. This one is known as your 1 upon 4. Which part is 1 upon 4? The shaded part is 1 upon 4. If you only want to ask that in this figure, so what is the fraction that is the unshaded portion part? So what is the fraction in this figure is unshaded. Unshaded means it is 1, 2 and 3. These 3 parts are unshaded, means we are not shaded that part. That's why this fraction is 3 upon 4. This part is 3 upon 4. Unshaded portion is 3 upon 4 and 1 by 4 or 1 upon 4 is the shaded portion. When we add these two, we will get 4 by 4. It means total 1. 1 means is the whole figure. This whole figure is 1. The whole figure always we will taking that 1. And from out of 1, then how much we are shaded? It is 1 part is shaded. That's why it is 1 upon 4 part of this figure is shaded and 3 upon 4 of this figure is unshaded. Okay, this part it is total about your fraction. Now we will go that how to represent the fraction on the number line. The representation of fractions on the number line. Representation of fractions on the number line. Okay, representation of fractions on the number line. In the previous class, already you know how to represent the whole numbers and integers in your number line. You already know. That's why, like that, now in this figure or in this chapter, we will discuss how we will represent a fraction on the number line. Suppose I will take 2 by 5. I will take 2 by 5. This figure or 2 by 5 fraction will show it in your number line, or I will represent it on the number line. For that, first we have to draw one line. We have to draw one line and we have to put 2 arrow marks in both sides. Okay, then here I will put 0. Then this part, this number line, we have to divide into how many parts? The denominator is 5. So first you divide it equally 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It means in which part we retain here 1. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means 5 by 5 or 5 upon 5. 5 upon 5 means it is 1. So it means the distance between 0 to 1, the distance between 0 to 1, it is divided into equal 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Equally 5 parts we divide it. So this one, your 1 by 5. It is 2 by 5. This one 3 by 5. It is 4 by 5 and 5 by 5. 5 by 5 means it is 1. Okay. Next, how much distance it again? 0 to 1, that much distance you can take, it is 2. And this arrow mark shows that like that this line is produced or line is increased anywhere, limitlessly, okay, or endlessly. Then we have to represent 2 by 5 here. This point is representing 2 by 5 and suppose I'll put here point P. Therefore point P represents 2 by 5 or 2 upon 5 on the number line. Okay friends, so in this way we have to represent fractions on the number line. Friends, in this video you know about your fraction and how to represent fraction on the number line. Okay, in the next video we'll learn about the types of fraction and its application. Types of fraction means the fraction is divided into how many parts, what type of fractions are there, and what are them. It means what type of fractions are there, like fraction, proper fraction, like that. It means fraction is divided into how many parts. That part we will discuss here, and how to means do the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of fractions also we learn in another video. And one thing here, if this video you will like, then you have to give comment in my YouTube channel, and also don't forget to subscribe and like this video. If you subscribe and like, then I will be encouraged and I will get means moral satisfaction that yes, I did something for the students and they became helpful for it. Okay,